Hello, everyone. This is for your radio station, Sustainable Planet Show with Eder Zanetti. We've been talking over the last episodes about the United Nations Environmental Program, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and now I've been discussing the COPs, the Conference of Parties at the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. And we've been talking about how this gets influenced by the interest of specific groups, of specific stakeholders within every country. So the leadership that is working towards the Conference of Parties is composed of different interests that are that rest over the country this leadership represents. And this is why we have many barriers when it comes to the regulatory market on the UN at the UNFCCC that we won't be facing when we are talking about the voluntary market. Voluntary market, it depends on the willingness of each corporation to do what is the best for the environment. And at the COPs, the markets that are regulated over there, they are driven by this willingness of these groups of interest that are represented by this leadership. So, and the COP process also directs money from the UN system towards those actions on adaptation and mitigation that will be prototyped by the UNFCCC towards the GEF and the GCF fund. So we have a concerted action that gets money from the UN system and puts towards the UNFCCC, and these decisions are made by the COP, and also a regulatory market that is decided upon within the COP that will have many barriers according to the specific groups of interest that reside in each country. So that's a quick overview about the COP process. Tomorrow and in the next day we'll be talking about the carbon market and how it develops from the COPs into the voluntary, from the COP's official markets into the voluntary carbon markets. May the God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on the daily struggle for justice. Eder Zanetti for your radio station.